Welcome back, my friends. Welcome back. Pardon the shitty lighting and the shades. I got the sun right in my face, but wanted to do a quick video, so hopefully it's not too irritating. Where am I? I am, let's see, a little bit west of Fort Worth, maybe by about an hour, something like that. Last video I was at Chesapeake Bay Bridge Tunnel. I think it was about 3 days ago. I had a load from there, roughly there, to after I delivered that one. Yeah, picked up Sabra, which is a place I've been to many times, in and out of home time. It's a place up near Richmond, which is fairly close to me. Picked up a load there, heading for Fort Worth. So nice little drive. Atlanta was a mess, as always. Dallas was a bit of a mess. Not too terribly bad, but traffic in those two spots, but the rest was pretty good. Delivered great place this morning in Fort Worth. Not a huge place, but huge parking lot, and really, efficient receiver. So that went very easily. Anyway, got my next load. I'm picking up here in a little bit. Honestly, I don't remember the name of the town. It's a little south of here. And then I'm heading up to Missouri. But that's not what we're talking about today. As you saw in the thumbnail, I did indeed get helped, or assisted, saved, however you want to put it, by the equivalent of a leprechaun riding a unicorn. Now, those of you that are with Prime or watch Prime videos and that kind of thing, you've probably heard someone talking about, tankers, Prime Ink tankers being the unicorn. I'm not talking Prime Ink tankers. I'm talking much more rare than Prime Ink tankers. Now, granted, I'm on the road quite a bit, so I do see Prime Ink tankers fairly often, more often than I would call it a unicorn. And if you've ever been to Manuka, you could call that unicorn paradise, I guess, because that's kind of, it's my understanding that's why they did the Manuka terminal, because it's kind of a hub for tankers, have a place for tankers to do their thing. Now this one, not only is it more rare than a Prime Ink tanker, the timing was unbelievable to this. So anyway, let me get started on my story. And again, I'm real sorry about the lighting here. Maybe, I don't know, maybe that's better. I'll kind of do a lean thing. I think that's probably better. All right, so this was about a week ago, actually. I was heading, I don't know, about 10 minutes out from my receiver, which was a Walmart distribution plant in Olney, Illinois, which is in the middle of nowhere. I mean, it's rural, very country, not much out there other than this, Anyway, about 10 minutes out from this Walmart, I'm listening to my music kind of loud, and but I start hearing just the slightest little hissing sound, little sss, and we know that could be trouble. So I turn down the music, and I do indeed. I hear a hissing, leaking sound coming from my red trailer, whatever you call it, handle thing, whatever, down here, the pop-out valve. Not bad. It was a very light, tiny little hiss at the time, and I was watching my PSI. It was still going strong. It was still full. So I kind of was trying to make the decision, do I pull over now? I'm 10 minutes out from Walmart. Everything seems to be okay other than the sound, and I do need to check that out, but the PSI is holding. So I had decided, right or wrong, to go on to the Walmart, and once I'm in there, I'll pull off to the side and check things out and see where we stand. Well, anyway, I got to the Walmart and got in, I don't know, it was 4 trucks back, something like that. And those of you that deliver to Walmart, and those of you that don't, usually there's a bit of a line, and usually I will turn the truck off as each truck moves forward, because it takes, I don't know, 5 minutes or so to get checked in by each truck. So this time I couldn't, because by the time I got there, the hissing was a little louder, and I was noticing my PSI, not severely, but it was starting to go down. So I kept it idling to keep the air going, even revving it a little bit. And by the time I got up to the front, before I say that, I know this was an extenuating circumstance, but there was a big giant sign right next to me saying, "Do not get out of your truck until you're up ready to check in." Probably would have gotten away with it on this one because of this situation, but I know you don't want to run afoul of Walmart. They're sticklers for all their rules, vests and speed limits and everything, and they do say periodically, and signs saying, we will reject your load and send you packing if you don't follow the rules. So anyway, I got through it. I got to the front. By the time I was at the check-in spot, the hissing had gotten pretty bad. So anyway, I got out, and they checked the back of the trailer. And as I was going back, I took a peek, and I saw, there's a hole. I don't know if you can see, but significant hole in my red airline, pretty close to where the handle was. Maybe the size of an eraser, like a pencil eraser, that size, and it was gushing air. But anyway, I checked in. As soon as I got in, I pulled over to the side, out of the way, and I went back and really checked it out, and it was a high pressure leak. And again, those of you that don't drive trucks, air is everything. Air is your brakes, air is your transmission. The truck does not want to do what it's supposed to do when it doesn't have air. Anyway, so I go out there, and I'm like beside myself. I'm like, oh my God, this is a week ender, a big problem. I don't know if it's that bad, but it means a stop in the rolling. It means, usually calling road assist and getting someone to come help you out. So I was just like, oh man. And then I had the bright idea, ding, duct tape fixes everything, doesn't it? We've heard that before. I got a giant roll of duct tape. Truth is, I didn't think it would fix it. I thought maybe it would slow it down enough to kind of get through this receiver, and then call for backup, call RA and that kind of thing. So I proceeded to go back there and just start wrapping the crap out of this hose. But I will tell you, if you ever have this problem and you've never had it before, duct tape isn't gonna work. That high pressure air is going to find a way out one way or the other. So I'd put a real tight strip of tape on there and get the bottom going, kind of tight, and it would shoot out the top. And I ended up with gobs of tape, and it did slow it down a little bit, but it was not going to be the fix, or even a temporary fix. So pretty upset. I'm like, man, I've been rolling. I don't need this. And here's the Leprechaun riding the unicorn. Again, a very rare thing, something I did not know even existed in this world, was over my shoulder. And the timing of this is unbelievable to me, once I learned a little more. Anyway, and it won't sound like much as soon as I say this, but let me just go. Anyway, I'm wrapping tape and just becoming more and more just upset, dejected, whatever the word, and I look over my shoulder. Again, remember where I am, middle of nowhere, Olney, Illinois, at a Walmart distributor in the middle of nowhere, and I look over my shoulder and I see an actual Prime Inc. mobile maintenance truck. Never knew we had those. A Prime Inc. one, not just a generic, maintenance group that maybe Prime contracts with. An actual big on letters on the side, Prime Inc. maintenance truck, maintenance van. And I'm like, oh my God, can you imagine the odds of that? And so I ran over to them. They were working on a trailer there. There was two guys there, really friendly. I walked up and I said, I'm from Prime Inc. too, that's my truck. And I said, I know you're probably here on a call, and the last thing I want to do is mess up your day and try to take advantage of this, but I'm going to have to. I said, I just sprung a leak on my red line right by the glad handle. Is there anything you could possibly do to help me out? And they're like, sure, man. Yeah, just go ahead and park your trailer. and we'll be over there to help you out in just a few. And they were good to their word. I had a lot of difficulty parking the trailer because the air was so bad. The transmission, it was just kind of jerky and everything. I got the moves down fine, but just the truck did not want to cooperate. So it took a little doing to get it in there and detached. And then the two guys came over. Took them a little bit, but they replaced the whole. They cut a link. Well, they took off the glad hand. They cut a length of the hose out, the part with the hole, and put a new glad hand. New glad hand, and even put like a metal band around the top attachment. Where they fit together. So, man, it was awesome, man. It was just unreal. Now, that may not sound like Leprechaun riding unicorn, but I asked them. I said, what are the odds of this thing? I didn't even know Prime had roving trucks, maintenance trucks, their own maintenance trucks. And he said, we don't have many. He said, we're one of two. Now, granted, I'm pretty sure, at least I heard that to mean two in the country. I may be mistaken. Either way, even if it's two in the state, in the region, I guarantee there's a whole lot more Prime Inc. tankers in that state or region than there are these trucks. But I took him to mean two in the whole state. So I'm just covering my butt, let me know if I'm wrong. But that was my understanding. He said we're only one of two maintenance vans. And I think he said total in the country. But like I said, either way, what are the damn odds that the minute I needed something, some divine intervention, it happened. The timing and the rarity of this was just amazing, and the guys were awesome. Now, it wasn't a freebie. I'm going to get charged, and that's fine. I insisted. I said, how do I work this out? Do I call RA? Do I, what do I do to make sure you get paid for your time and all that? This gets done the way it's supposed to. He said, we'll take care of everything. We'll run your truck number through the system, and you'll get charged. So man, awesome guys, awesome truck, awesome timing. Leprechaun riding a unicorn, so much more rare than the Prime Inc. tanker. So yeah, and a good story too. It got me so I did not have to miss a beat. I got right back on the road and it was good, and it's been good as gold. I do have to be a little careful because I noticed, they didn't take out too much or anything, but they took out that link of hose. And my red line is considerably shorter than the other two, the electric and the blue line, to the point where I've been kind of being a little careful when I'm doing my, like U-turn or, like a straight line back setup, which is basically like doing a U-turn, basically a very sharp jackknife, because when you do that, it stretches the line, and you can burst one open. It's possible that's how that first one might have gotten loosened up. Again, it had a hole, so I don't know what could have caused that. It wasn't like it was just pulled and leaking, at the fitting. This had an actual hole. Anyway, it's all fixed, all good. Just wanted to impart that to you. Again, sorry for the lighting, but and sorry for the sunglasses. Not trying to be a diva here, but anyway. So I'll check back in with you in a few days, I guess, maybe. I don't know. We'll see what we're doing. It should be a good little run, a quick one. I pick up tomorrow at around 1. I can get there a little early. It's a drop and hook. So we'll see how it goes. I'll talk to you soon. Hope you're well. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.